Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? My name's Mary. I'm getting ready to move out of Canada to Costa Rica, and this channel is about my adventures of doing so. So thanks for joining. This time I was wanting to talk about packing. Packing for I wouldn't say overseas move, but an international move where stuff is going to be shipped on a container ship. So basically, I am packing up things and getting them ready to be put on pallets, and then will be shipped in a shipping container all the way to Costa Rica. The voyage will take, or not so much of the voyage, but the whole loading to unloading process, going through customs and everything like that, will be at least 2 months, maybe even closer to 3 right now as far as the shipping industry is going. That's a whole other story. But for right now, I wanted to talk just about basically about there's so much to say actually about packing, but this time around I'm out in my garage and I'm going through some things that I definitely want to take and trying to organize things that I'm gonna sell, gonna leave to family, and things that I'm gonna take. So one of those examples is here. All right, so here's my bike buggy. I'm sure you've seen these before. People carry their kids in them. That's what they're made for. They go hook up to the back of your bicycle and you can tow them around. Olive does not want to ride in there. She's curious, so basically, yeah, I don't have little kids that would fit in there, but I've decided to take this item because I think it would be really hard to find there, and it is quite practical, even though it's missing a tire. Here's my new tire. I've literally waited like 2 or 3 months to buy this. This has not been in stores for 2 or 3 months. And I know it's been winter and everything, but normally we get seasonal stuff way ahead of time, not, 2 months after the season started. So I'm going to work on changing the tire, and I got myself a new tube for it, and then she's going to be ready to roll. Why would I take a strange item like this if I don't have little kids? I just think it seems like it's something that's going to be really practical. I can actually hook it up to a handle, so if I'm not pulling it behind my bike, I can push it as a buggy, and it has another little wheel on the front. So I could literally like push it into town or tow it into town on the back of my bike and get supplies or whatnot, and not have to deal with vehicles and gas. And I think it could be helpful to a lot of people in the community as well. And if this buggy is a way for me to make good neighbors, then all for it. So I've determined that it would be worth the shipping costs of taking this kind of thing into town. And if we only use it around the property to transport light equipment, then that would be cool too. It kind of could work as a little wheelbarrow even. And if I wanted to go in the town with my bike and get some supplies, I could carry groceries home in it without having to carry a backpack. I could pack it up with stuff and go down to the river for the day. That for sure is probably going to happen. Basically, here is another selection of stuff that I'm going to be taking, minus the basketball down there. A weed eater, a shovel, a pitchfork. These long things here are all garden tools. It's my understanding that if they're wrapped up, I'm going to put maybe another bag coming down from the top, and then having everything taped up real tight. Not all of your stuff needs to be in boxes. It can be packed in other ways, as long as there's not ends sticking out. Like, I probably won't be able to have those handles sticking out. I'm going to take this feed box, this metal bin here. They're probably easy to find in Costa Rica too, but you know what? That's a great container, and it's just really important to have, especially if you're having animals, storing animal feed, keeping things out of the rain, whatnot. Some hoses, some garden hoses. I heard there, my mom said actually she bought one while she was there for the month, and it worked for like a day and then it broke. So I've heard that the quality of some of their things is just lesser quality. I don't want to be, like, I don't know if China ships the shitty stuff to them, but yeah. an outdoor chair. So basically, this stuff is obviously not going to travel like this. The hoses are all wound and really well taped together so that there's no ends protruding out. I think they can travel like that. A bin like that will have to be taped up, and everything inside the container has to be labeled on the outside in English and Spanish. So I've got an extra bike seat. I've got some plant hangers. I might leave those behind. A handsaw. Down there in the bottom, I got some tools and stuff, I think. So that's all going to have to be labeled on the outside of the container, and it's going to have to be weighed and measured. So shipping a lot of the time goes in, well, all the time will go in cubic meters. So at the end of it all, I'm going to have built up pallets with stuff on it and measure the outside of the cubic meters of everything that you're taking. Here's another issue. This is a plastic tub. It's got kind of like a mini chainsaw in there, all wrapped up, another garden hose, some tarps on the bottom, and a couple of tools in there. These plastic shipping bins are okay, although they are not recommended because these lids are pretty flimsy. And if this thing is on the bottom of a pallet and it's got a whole bunch of other boxes and weight putting it on top, that's probably going to break. So what I've been told by the freight forwarding company is that you can solidify it maybe by putting that on and then affixing a plywood or some boards to the top. Also going to be taking our lawnmower. Actually, my mom bought a lawnmower when she was down there for the month, and after a couple uses, it broke as well. The blade actually bent, and so they seem to think that the quality of the steel blade is not as good. So we're going to be taking a lawnmower, and of course, when I ship it, I have to label the model number and the or serial number on the outside of the package. A lawnmower just like that is going to have to be wrapped up as well, tied up or wrapped up, and then in plastic or bubble wrap or something so it's not loose. But once again, on the outside of the package, I'm going to have to write the English information and Spanish information and the serial number so that when it goes through customs, they take the information about the product and they base the amount of import tax that you're going to pay on that item that you've provided them. So if I say I'm taking a lawnmower, they're going to pick whatever lawnmower, and they're going to pick a brand new one and the value of a brand new one, and whether they pick a top of the line lawnmower or a bottom of the line lawnmower, you know, there could be a couple $100 difference in between that product, yet they're going to tax you on what they determine. So if I tell them already that this is a used lawnmower value, garage sale value of $50, here's the model number, they can't tax me on something that's way more valuable. So that's super important as well when you label things for shipping. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's all for now. A quick chit chat about shipping odd things to Costa Rica. Boxes and bubble wrap and taping and labeling. There's more to come on that. So I'll see you next time. Bye.